Hi everyone, it's Lisa Mears. Thank you for joining me. Today I want to tell you about an awesome deal over at Scrapbookcom. For a limited time, they are giving away this house shaker die for free. Just add it to your cart and pay shipping, and that's it. I'll have a direct link to this die down in the description box below, so if you click on that, you can head over and just add it to your cart. But you guys know that I love to make shaker cards, so we're going to go ahead and make a card with this die today. I'm going to start out by using the Scrapbook.com Christmas pattern paper pad, and I want to use this Christmas tree pattern paper. I'm going to use this for the background of my scene, and I'm also going to pick a plaid pattern paper for the inside of the house shaker. So I have these two papers, and using the thinner die, I'm going to die cut this red plaid paper. And then I'm going to go to the Christmas Solid Smooth Cardstock paper pad. These papers match identical to the pattern papers in the Christmas paper. And I went ahead and took the thicker house shaker and die cut the brown or the craft color cardstock from the solid paper. So I also die cut a piece of acetate using the thinner house die, which I don't know if you can see it there on my table, but I'm pretty much going to glue on the craft color outline of the shaker, add it to the acetate. This is going to be the cover of my shaker. Next, I'm going to add some shaker pieces inside of my house. I'm going to pour some discs inside of the house. This is the gold smooth discs from Spellbinders, and I'm also going to add some in the Scarlet color. This is the red color. And while I'm doing that, I want to remind everyone that this weekend, Friday and Saturday, September 16th and 17th, Scrapbook.com is having their first ever SBC Fest over on their YouTube channel, or it is also broadcasting live through their website. And I'm going to be teaching a class at Scrapbook.com, and it's going to be all about shaker cards, so you don't want to miss it. And the class I'm teaching is going to be on Saturday, September 17th at 1 o'clock Pacific time, which is 4 p.m. Eastern time, and there will be a live chat, and I will be in the live chat. And there's so many amazing instructors for those 2 days, so be sure you check that out. And if you can't make it during the time that they are broadcast, you can always go back and watch the replay of those videos. Alright, so here I'm just taking some foam strips and I am outlining the back of the top of the shaker with the foam, and I want to make sure that the foam is completely connected. I don't want to leave any gaps, because if you end up leaving gaps, the shaker pieces could fall out of those gaps. So that's why you see me here covering up this really tiny little space that I had left. Next, I'm going to remove the adhesive backing, and I'm going to put this cover right over top of the solid house piece with all of the shaker pieces. And now I have my shaker element. So look how easy that was to put together. You can add this to a card, you can add this to a scrapbook page, you can create a tag with it, and you can use it for just about any season. I'm using it to make a winter card. I can also see this die being used for a neighbor, maybe a welcome to the neighborhood or a welcome home type of card. But again, I'm creating a winter card, and I wanted to set a scene that looked like there were trees in the background, a little snowy hill at the bottom, and I chose to use the craft color cardstock for the house shape because I wanted it to look like it was a little log cabin nestled in the woods. So I went ahead and added my snowy borders. This is from the Sunny Studio Nature Border die set. It's actually a slimline die set, but I'm using it here for an A2 size card, so I'm just trimming it down. I'll actually have an extra portion of this snowy border. I can actually save that for another card if I wanted to. So I'm just trimming off the excess, and by the way, that Christmas tree paper, I did cut that down to 4 inches by 5 1/4 inches. I'm also going to take out my Scrapbook.com Snowflake dies. There are some larger ones and some smaller ones. The larger ones are a little too big for my scene, so I'm using 2 of the smaller ones for my card. And I'm going to die cut these out of some white cardstock. I die cut 3 of them. One of them I actually cut in half or just cut a little portion off, and I'm going to tuck it behind the house. And then I'm going to position the other ones just randomly throughout the background. I'm also going to bring in a sentiment from the Scrapbook.com Sentiments for Every Occasion stamp set. And I love this stamp set because there are so many different sentiments on this stamp. I am going to use the Happy Holidays one. So I placed my card layer into my Misti, and I just had everything positioned on there where I wanted it to go. And then I put my stamp where I wanted it, and then I just removed all of those die cut pieces so that I can stamp down my sentiment. And I am going to do some heat embossing, so I'm just adding some powder using Pink and Main's Anti-Static Magic powder brush. And once I add the powder, I'll go ahead and add some Versamark ink to my stamp and stamp that down. I'm going to add some white embossing powder over that stamped image, and then I'm going to heat set it. Next, I'll go ahead and arrange my scene with the house and the snowflakes, and then I'll glue all of my images down to my cardstock layer. And I am going to have a few of the snowflakes going off of that cardstock layer, and I'll just trim off the excess. I will add this to an A2 size card base. And then I'll go ahead and take out some of my Scrapbook.com gold pops of color and add them to the center of my snowflakes. And there is my completed shaker card. I just love how this turned out. So I will have links in the description box for all of the supplies that I used today, and be sure that you get that house shaker free while supplies last. Thanks for watching and have a great day. Bye-bye.